Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got 3 Am I the A-hole stories, each one hand-picked from the last week on the site. I'll read each story as written, but cleaned up and transformed for smoother storytelling. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Story 1. Am I the a-hole for walking out of the restaurant and leaving my friend? My girlfriends and I went to a restaurant 2 days ago. I was a designated driver. I ordered my meal and they ordered theirs. I went to take a picture of my plate, and before I could even snap it, one of them used her fork and stirred up my food. I got upset and asked her why she would do that. She told me it was cringe to take pictures of food. I could tell the other girls were uncomfortable, but no one stood up for me. All I wanted was a picture because my plate was presented beautifully. I got upset, walked out of the restaurant, and drove home, leaving them behind. When I got home, I asked who paid for my meal and sent her the cost. Then the text started. They told me it was just a joke, that I was immature, and that it was wrong to leave them behind since I was a driver. I do feel like I overreacted, but what she did felt really mean. For clarification, I did tell my friends I was leaving. I said, I don't want to be here anymore, and then left. My meal was steak, gravy, mashed potatoes, and caviar, with a hibiscus plant on the plate. The girls who didn't stand up for me just laughed awkwardly. I could tell they were uncomfortable, but they didn't say anything. The person who paid for my meal wasn't the one who stirred my plate. It was one of the girls who laughed. And I wasn't holding anyone back from eating. I just wanted one picture. So, am I the a-hole? User High Altitude 88008 commented, "In what world does a person have the gall to dig around in your fresh plate of food, mock you for taking a picture of it, treat your objection like it was a joke, and then expect you to entertain their disgusting company for the rest of the evening and to chauffeur them home? That person should be banished to live in a closed convent in the outskirts of Siberia till she learns how to use manners when interacting with others. You are not the a-hole. And it was classy to pay for your food later. It's time to shed some people from your friends list." Dependent Feed 1105 replied, "I like how they called OP immature, because it's not immature to mix up OP's food and ruin a photo. They ruined her plate. They mixed it all up. I would have left too." User Shiny Baby Cheetah commented, "It literally doesn't matter if it's cringe. It was your food that you ultimately paid for and would have just paid for as usual if they hadn't acted like children. Not the a-hole. Who even asked for her opinion?" It seems like the comments are pretty solidly on OP's side, and I'd say that I'd easily agree. What do you think? Okay, time for the next one. Story 2. Am I the a-hole for singing at my sister's wedding? I'm 17, and my older sister, who's 23, got married last weekend. Both sides of the family are huge, so the wedding was pretty big. During the reception, my aunt requested a song from the DJ, went up to the microphone by the dance floor, and started singing along to a Katy Perry song. I assumed it was spontaneous and not planned. A little later, my other sister did the same thing with a different song. After that, I requested a song, Yellow by Coldplay, and sang it. While I was singing, the bride, my sister, was giving me a weird look with her hands on her hips. Towards the end of the reception, when most guests had left, my sister called me embarrassing and asked why I sang at her wedding. I said I didn't understand the problem and pointed out that our aunt and sister also sang. She explained that their songs were pre-planned as surprises and ones she specifically wanted. She told me that I sing really badly and she hadn't asked me to sing and that I should have checked with her. I was really taken aback because no one told me any of that. How was I supposed to know? I felt embarrassed and apologized, even though I really didn't mean it. I just wanted the conversation over. She said her wedding isn't about me. I think she'll get over it eventually, but am I the one in the wrong? Snuggly Jellyfish commented, "The person at fault here is the DJ. At my wedding, the DJ did not take any requests that were not approved by my husband or myself. OP's sister should be mad at the DJ and stop beating up on a 17-year-old. I doubt one song ruined her whole ceremony." Remarkable by 4220 commented, gentle, you're the a-hole because you're 17 and probably still learning social norms about weddings and life lessons about making assumptions. It's generally a bad idea to do something attention-seeking at someone's wedding. Other people doing it doesn't mean you can without permission from the bride and groom. If your aunt and sister had sung without permission, they would have also been exhibiting a-hole behavior, and that wouldn't have made your choices okay. A sincere apology is really what makes the difference here. It may be helpful to acknowledge that you actually hurt your sister's feelings and treat her like her feelings matter to you in the situation. Urban Yeti Zero commented, "You're the a-hole. This wasn't a random karaoke party. Even if you thought it was, you could have simply checked with either your sister or either singer first. Also, as a fellow terrible singer, why would you subject them to it, especially something like Coldplay?" This one sounds kinda awkward. The community seems pretty divided about OP being in the wrong here, though mostly agreeing that the DJ sucks. Let us know your thoughts. Okay, on to the last story.
Story 3. Am I the a-hole for not telling my family about my pregnancy? I'm 40 and I recently found out that I am pregnant. 8 months pregnant at that. My fiance and I never planned on having children. I've never wanted kids and have always been upfront with everyone about it. Because of a series of bizarre medical events, I ended up pregnant despite long-term use of very effective birth control. I didn't know because another medication masked basically all early symptoms. It was a total fluke that I found out at 28 weeks, and it wasn't a happy surprise. I spent several days in complete hysterics. Now, a month later, I've mostly come to terms with it. At this point, there's nothing to do but finish this strange and unplanned pregnancy. My fiancé and I have decided to pursue adoption through a very good agency. We're doing everything medically right, and we believe adoption is the best choice. Kids deserve a family who is excited and delighted by them, and we can't give this child that experience. Here's where we might be in the wrong. We've only told the people closest to us about the pregnancy and our plans. That includes our closest friends and only 2 members of my family. The 2 I knew would support us without pressuring us. We're both close to my family overall, but they can be pushy. Most of my extended family is very religious and pretty judgmental. They might mean well, but they would absolutely stress us out during an already stressful time. So yes, we're shutting them out of everything. No involvement in the birth, no information about the adoption, nothing. I know it would hurt them, but I feel that protecting my peace is the priority right now. To answer common questions, we're seeing a counselor and will continue to do so. We're not letting any family members adopt the baby. I'm not asking if adoption makes me the bad guy, that's our decision. And no, this won't be a permanent secret. We know how DNA testing works. We just want to get through these last few weeks, the birth, and the postpartum period before dealing with my very religious relatives breathing down my neck. A comment from FunWar7353 reads, "If you are arranging an adoption without any further contact for you with the baby, then there is no point telling family. This is a least said, soonest mended situation." OP replies, "We're still making those decisions. If we do have contact, we will sit down both of our extended families and tell them." Large Client 6024 responds, "Not the a-hole. Tell whomever you want to, when you want to. Just beware that if you wait too long, someone else may spill the beans and disrupt your timetable." Diana Eve 87 says, "Not the a-hole. I worked in labor and delivery. The women whose families were aware of the planned adoption always tried to talk the parents into keeping the baby. Thank you. There are so many couples who can't have children that would be good parents. It still will be emotional, but you are doing the right thing for everyone." It seems like a pretty hard decision to make. What do you guys think? And that wraps up today's 3 Am I the A-hole stories, each completely different, but all packed with tough emotions and tricky questions. Let me know in the comments which story you think had the biggest misunderstanding and who you believe, if anyone, was actually in the wrong. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.